It's been over a year since Fortnite first released their LEGO collaboration, followed shortly after by the release of LEGO Fortnite Creative, which had a less than stellar beginning. But it's been quite some time since I jumped into the mode, so I figured it was time for a good old-fashioned tier list, ranking 20 of the most unique LEGO Creative maps that I could find. This was not easy. Just like last time, let's start off with a few maps directly from the LEGO group themselves. After all, you would expect these to be the most polished ones out there. First up is LEGO Parkour Worlds, which is a big step up from the original LEGO Obby Fun map that I reviewed last year. Instead of randomly themed block chunks popping up as you hop along, you have this consistent food theme throughout. Jumping is smoother, the platforms are sized much better, and overall this feels like a proper platformer this time around. I wouldn't say it's challenging by any means, but I don't think anyone is really playing a LEGO Parkour map looking to have their platformer speedrunning skills put to the test anyway. The fun new addition here is the extra side pass you can unlock by cashing in studs you collect along the way, a very reminiscent mechanic from the original LEGO games. In the end, I think this one rests smoothly in the worth a peek tier. If you've ever thought that fishing would be a lot more fun if it was significantly more stressful, then you'll probably love this next map. LEGO Monster Fishing drops players into a strange fishing village full of incompetent villagers that can't keep track of any of their shit. So it's up to you to find their cats, light bulbs, and baby bottles. And that last quest did bring into question the concept of how LEGO minifigs procreate, but I don't really want to cover that on this channel. Anyway, between feeding babies, you'll also get to fish, which is about as exciting as it sounds. So to spice it up a bit, you're also being hunted by a giant lake monster that will occasionally throw a temper tantrum and make its sole goal in life to swallow you whole like Captain Ahab, which is mildly scary until you realize that death means nothing in this game because it's LEGO. So you just respawn and get back to finding that crazy lady's cats. There's also a whole system for upgrading the village and selling fish, but it's honestly just filler. I think it's worth a peek for inspiration maybe, but probably won't keep you locked in long. I throw up a little bit every time I have to talk about another Tilted Towers map, but I'll do my best to get through this one. LEGO Tycoon We're good. LEGO Tycoon City doesn't break too far to the usual Tycoon map model. Harvest resources, rebuild the city, and open businesses that earn you money, which allows you to continue the process all over again. Some of the businesses allow you to actually work in them through little mini games that will hold your attention for about as much time as it took me to write this sentence. Over time, you can invest in automatic workers that will harvest the resources for you to help further remove you from the process of actually playing the game. So in an effort to still keep you engaged, random events will take place across the map, such as random presents being dropped off or a loot llama spawning in. Ice storms can also occur, which mostly exist to slow you down and force you to repair damaged buildings in order to continue earning money from them. But the cost to repair them is so low that there's nothing to really incentivize us to, I don't know, build somewhere else? The storm literally freezes people solid. Why are we building here? Anyway, probably pass on this one. When I think of LEGO, no part of my brain goes towards the horror genre, but I guess the LEGO group wanted to change that by giving us LEGO Dark Space. It's kind of like Dead Space in LEGO, except not at all like that. Your space base is attacked by some strange alien entity, forcing you to find cover inside the base's terribly designed interior. The challenge here is to avoid getting motion sick while completing a series of tedious mini-games to turn the lights back on. Why the lights are controlled by a game of Simon Says, I have no idea. From what I could tell, there's no real danger of the alien actually attacking you at any point, so you're free to wander through the same corridor 18 times trying to find the next minigame as long as you like. I personally chose to stop at this color matching minigame that clearly had no idea how primary colors work and tried to convince me that red and yellow didn't make orange. Hot garbage. Teach your kids proper colors. Now onto their two holiday themed maps for those of us who still haven't taken down our Christmas lights. First up is LEGO Gift Guardians. Apparently Santa's gift delivery system glitched out, launching all the gifts into space, I guess. Does Santa deliver his gifts from space? Does he have like a high orbit cannon system that fires gifts into people's homes? This map leaves some important unanswered questions. Anyway, it's up to you to collect all those lost gifts by shooting them with lasers and dancing. Okay, I have a lot of unanswered questions here. Who owns this militarized Christmas-themed space station in the first place? Did Santa build this? What does he use it for in the off-season? And where can I buy these robot cats that hunt down gifts for me? Until I get some answers, you can hang out in the trash. Unfortunately, this next map doesn't help clear up any of my questions regarding Santa's power within the LEGO Fortnite universe. LEGO Toy Factory Tycoon promises to take all the magic out of Santa's gift-making process and put it into the hands of you and this seal to manage a robot sweatshop. The map proudly promotes its automated systems that it encourages you to properly time so that you can actually stop playing the game entirely while your robots continue to craft the gift orders in your absence. I don't entirely understand the appeal of gaming loops that encourage players to get good enough to not have to actually play the game anymore. I want to play a game, not a CEO simulator. This is another one for the trash pile, which is about to get a lot more crowded as we get into player-made LEGO Creative maps. But before we get into those maps, if you're enjoying the video so far, please drop a like and subscribe if you're not already. We grew a lot in 2024, hitting 5,000 subscribers, and I hope to see this community grow even more in 2025. So come join in. A small disclaimer before I jump into the player-made LEGO Creative maps though. I wanted to avoid all the red versus blue, 1v1, and 1,000+ levels easy parkour maps that eat up most of the space in the first 20 pages of LEGO Creative maps. For better or worse, I made an effort to find the most unique maps I could for this one. but I make no promises that they're good. Let's start with a couple of the more popular ones. +1 jump every second delivers on its name while giving you basically nothing else. You wait around until you can jump high enough to reach the top of one of the towers, acquire some diamonds, then use the diamonds to buy pets, which increases the rate at which you can gain jump height. Every time you collect diamonds though, it resets your jump height, making the entire thing pointless. This is your classic monkey brain gaming loop that thousands of players have already bought into because damn it, you have to know what's at the top of the impossible tower. I even wasted a bunch of my own time trying to figure it out in an effort to show you all how pointless it was in this video, but apparently didn't waste enough time because I never reached the top. I think Giovanni has made more than enough money off of easily amused children to deserve his own little category down here that I'm just gonna call cash grab. Next we have Snake.io, which is just a blatant ripoff of the mobile game that goes by the same name, which came out 9 years ago. First off, this isn't Snake. This is Snake. And it wasn't fun in 1998 either, it was just the only thing we could play on our Nokia phones. I don't think this was a wheel worth reinventing here, and Jezzy knew this because they added in an actual auto mode that just plays the game for you because God forbid you make a game anyone wants to actually play. Move over, Giovanni. Jezzy is joining you. I had a lot of hope for this next map when I first jumped on it, but I'm gonna speedrun this emotional journey for you and tell you to give up any hope you have now. Tower Defense Tycoon Hero is a bare-bones tower defense game that wouldn't even catch your eye on the App Store if it came out in 2010. But after having my expectations set so low from the previous games, it wasn't hard to stand out at this point. After a few minutes though, the Tycoon part of the name became very clear. It doesn't matter how many towers you build or how quickly you do it, nothing actually happens if you let the monsters get fully around the track. You don't lose, nothing gets destroyed, they just keep walking. There's no challenge here, no strategy. Everything just exists to watch some numbers go up. This is the Fortnite equivalent of playing with a calculator when you're bored in math class. So into the fire with you. Speaking of fire, Natural Disasters is up next. Natural Disasters actually came out at the very beginning of LEGO Fortnite Creative, but I skipped it in my last video, so I figured I'd check back in and see why people are still playing it. I honestly can't say I figured out an answer to that question though. Each round a new random natural disaster spawns in, and much like real natural disasters, these ones are only a mild inconvenience. Tornadoes bump you up a little bit, floods give you plenty of time to reach higher ground, and even meteor storms just act as fun light shows. All of these disasters could be cool if they happened during a regular game where you were actually trying to do something, but as is, it just kind of feels like the developer wanted to have a little Stewart moment.
Look what I can do!
Putting this in hot garbage feels a little harsh, but putting it in probably pass implies that there's something worth playing here. So into the fire you go. We're halfway through our 20 maps, folks, and I'm desperate to find something worth putting at the top, so let's speed through these next few and see what happens. Hunger Games nails that part of the movie where everyone runs to the middle of the arena for weapons, but then forgets to give a fuck about anything else after that. Trash. Brick Luxurious House Tycoon tries to sell players on the idea of building your own luxury yacht, but instead gives you a house full of grass and an automatic save system that only works if you play for at least 45 minutes. If that's not a cash grab, I don't know what is. The Bridge 2v2 captures all the fun of running in a straight line at each other till someone wins. Probably pass. Block Royale Fractured has a lot of potential to be a pretty cool arena-style shooter map, but they decided to build it in LEGO Creative where you only have a handful of weapons and combat sucks. Probably pass. 2D Gunfight was almost a really cool map up until it was clear they kind of just stopped working on it for some reason. Someone check on Spookly. Also pass. Speed Food Delivery does its best to turn the fun of making and delivering fast food into a LEGO Creative map, and they've succeeded. No one wants to play it. Trash. If you were part of stage crew in high school, you might get all horny for this next map, you little weirdos. This creator makes stage concepts in Fortnite for different musicians. This one's for Ariana Grande, but he's got ones for Taylor Swift as well. Why exactly? I don't know, I don't speak Spanish. But this is unique enough for me to nudge this one into the take a peek tier, at least to check out how the mechanics work. Farm and Seek Prop Hunt should have been in my Weird World of Branded Fortnite Maps video since it's sponsored by the Dairy Farmers of Canada. But lucky for you, you'll get to see it in all its glory in this video. There you go, this is it. This is the whole Prop Hunt map. If you're still interested in playing it, I'll leave it here in the trash for you. I couldn't tell you if Ghosted Spooky Adventure is fun or not because there was an invisible wall that prevented me from actually leaving the starting room as instructed. Oh look, there's a ghost moving this map into the trash can. Spooky. GWS Playground is on here to represent the hundreds of other LEGO Creative maps that are just made from existing templates and prefabs that someone dumped into a map and hit publish. You know where this is going. Folks, this is a pretty sad tier list. I dug through 40 plus pages of LEGO Creative maps only to find a couple maps that were even worth a peek. Ultimately, I don't think LEGO Creative has lived up to what anyone was hoping it would be. And to be completely honest, the LEGO Fortnite collab in general hasn't lived up to what most of us expected. LEGO is supposed to be all about creativity and the freedom to build whatever your imagination can dream up. But in a collaboration like this, the concern becomes more about making money and protecting the brand. Your tools and assets for developing maps in LEGO Creative is incredibly limited, as they want to to ensure it's safe for younger audiences, and no one can make anything that might make the LEGO brand look bad. It's also likely that they're being very cognizant about how many LEGO assets they actually give you to work with in your maps, as they wouldn't want anything encouraging players not to purchase the several different LEGO sets in the store. Right now, the only place you can use those sets is in LEGO Odyssey and LEGO Brick Life, but if you could access those items or very similar ones in LEGO Creative for free and do whatever you want with them, you're probably not going to purchase any. I think the new addition of the LEGO Brick Life mode is just further evidence that neither party really knows what they want this collab to be. It's hard to see it as much more than a half-baked LEGO Party Royale map that just exists to hopefully give players more of a reason to buy LEGO sets. I think the player count reflects that as well, with totals usually sitting around or under that of Fortnite Festival, another mode that feels like it just exists to get you to buy their rather expensive music tracks. I've had a lot of fun playing LEGO Odyssey since the new update. It's the only mode in Fortnite that me and my wife can casually play together. The improvements they've made since its original release are huge, and the mode feels much more flushed out. With that being said though, we're already almost through all the new content, and I can feel myself getting bored again. If this were Minecraft, I would probably go start building some crazy new idea for a city, but building in LEGO Odyssey still feels clunky, unintuitive, and inconsistent. Words that you would never use to describe LEGO as a product. Anyway, that's all I got for you folks. I'll be back with a regular Fortnite Creative Focus video in the next one. Anyway, bye.